Thursday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Hope everybody's off and having a chipper Thursday. Ann Wilson, this word's for you. This word is for you. So I want to tell you, the last couple have really, really been good to me. The words, I've enjoyed looking at them, and I've actually got some really good comments, people sending me about the words we're sharing. So they're your words. So thank you for that. The word this morning from Ann Wilson out of Utah is confidence. Confidence. And so give me just a second. Andrea, can you change Janice Jordan's, something's going on there? Just want to make sure we're okay. I'm always conscious of the hackers out there. Okay. So the word this morning is confidence, the feeling, the belief that one can rely on someone or something. Now, the minute I read this definition, how many of you can feel this way or have felt this way? You've had confidence in someone or something before. Like how many of you've been there? I know I have. Me. Yeah, we all have. Where we got confidence in somebody. And it starts to build trust. We trust them. And then it gets broke. How many of you has that happened to? Confidence in a human, breach of trust or confidence. And it's a little bit of a challenge. Over time, you get jaded. To just give that confidence in someone. That's immediately what I thought of. I come across this quote that says, with confidence, you have won before you have started. And as soon as I read that quote, I went, okay, I'm going in a different direction. Because it's a tough thing to have confidence before you start, before you've had success. Like I hear it all the time. How many of you've heard that? My profession's network marketing. I hear it a lot. When I get into this rank, I believe I'll be able to do the business better. And it's like it never works that way. You got to go do it first to gain the confidence to get to the place you want to go. And so I just went right to tips. How can Ann Wilson, how can others be more confident in whatever it is we're thriving to do? Well, number one, we got to do the hard first. We got to do something hard. I'm thinking about in my profession, the first time I shot a live video. I mean, live on the air. It was, what was it called? Does anybody remember Periscope? Periscope, yeah. Where they do the hearts. You see how many times you get the hearts going? I mean, you give me some hearts, give me some hearts. And I remember doing my first Periscope, like just nervous. And to me, whatever it is I'm searching to get better at, I got to do the hard first to be more confident, that I'll gain confidence by doing it. Maybe it's just picking up the phone, making a call if I'm in sales. I want to build a sales business. I want to grow in sales. Well, do something hard. Like step out, do something you hadn't done. Number two, get out of your comfort zone. We got to all get out of our comfort zone. So I go back to network marketing. Your comfort zone might be out of your comfort zone, might go, you know what? I'm going to plan a weekly meeting. Now I'm looking at Arlene. Arlene's like, nobody's coming to my house. You're probably right, Arlene. They got like 25 feet of snow. But the weekly meeting could be a platform on social media for you. Like, if you don't have a weekly something for people, build it and they'll come, then maybe that's a comfort zone issue. So maybe you need to implement it. And that's not having it and going, hey, I need somebody else to come do everything for me. I mean, actually, you do it. Step out of the comfort zone. Maybe it's number 3, make a list of positive qualities. Another thing that can build our confidence is if we were to just sit down today and go, what's some of Brent's strengths? What's some of Melissa Jackson's strengths? Like, you're sitting there making a strength list for yourself. And what you realize is there's a lot of great qualities about you. But a lot of times we overlook the great qualities about ourselves. It's easy to be a critic of ourselves. Number 4 is practice self-assured body language. I thought about Diane Blue. Diane, I'm so proud of you. Diane said, you know what? I'm going to change my posture in 2023. Shoulders back, chin up. I'm going to talk to people different. I'm going to forecast what they're going to feel in the products they're taking before they felt it. I'm going to have confidence. And she's doing it. She's growing. Like practice self-assured body language. Like what do you look like? What are you showing up? What are you selling today? Like how do you feel? How does people around you? Anthony says, are you having the excitement? Is there a glow in you? And then number 6, the last one, is calm the inner critic. And I thought about this. The inner critic might be telling me or you something like, man, you're disorganized. You're running around like a bumbling, you know what? Like you need to get some organization, Brent. Wow, you're so unorganized. So I got to ask myself, if I'm hearing that little voice in my ear, whatever that inner critic's saying to me, is there something to learn from what the inner critic's saying? Am I really unorganized? I mean, do I need to study some books on organization? Or is the inner critic becoming a border bully to me? Like going, hey, Brent, slow down. You shouldn't have 6 things going on. You shouldn't be doing all this diversification in your life. Like, slow down, pull some back, take some time, get a little more lazy, whatever it is. Like I gotta have some talks with that inner critic, And if I feel like that inner critic's being a border bully and trying to hold me back, I got to find ways to shut the inner critic up. Because how many of you would agree? We got that inside of our head, people talking to us. That person's talking to us all the time. So just some thoughts around, I hope this added some value around confidence, but I think we all have places in our life where we're confident. And then we've all got places in our life where we could use some more confidence. So dive into those areas where you could use more, practice some of these skills. So Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you.
Well, that was a really great one. And thank you so much for this word, Anne, because I think we could all use this a little bit more. So the quote that I found was, self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts to happen. And I think about, all of us, when we have felt confidence in certain areas, didn't we achieve more? Like, didn't we go after more? Like, I think about the first time I made a meal for my family, and I was in high school. It was the first time I was in charge of dinner. I could tell you it was potato leek soup. So this was nothing complicated, but it was the first time it was my responsibility to make sure everybody was fed. And I did. And everybody was like, oh, that was great. Good job. And I'll tell you, next time it was my turn, I was more confident and I wanted to make something a little bit more difficult. And I feel like with every aspect of our life, when we try something and we feel good about it, we're willing to try a little bit harder next time. But there are some traits that confident people all share, or usually share, that we can all learn from. So if we're feeling less than confident, here's some traits that we can try to copy. So first of all, confident people don't seek approval from others. And that doesn't mean that they don't care what other people think. It doesn't mean that they're, think they live in their own little bubble, but they're not making their decisions based on what somebody else is going to think about them. They're making decisions based on what's best for them. Next, their verbal cues match their nonverbal cues. And it's kind of like when you ask your kids, anybody else like ask their kids to clean their room. And I'm like, hey, Chasey, will you please go clean your room? And he's like, yeah, but he's telling me two different things. He doesn't want to do it. But confident people, one of the traits that they have is that what comes out of their mouth and what they show with their body is the same. They don't worry. Next, they don't worry about things that are outside their control. So when you are a confident human, you're not fretting about all of the things that you can't make any difference to, right? Or about, so whether or not there's traffic that day, maybe a confident person makes sure that they leave 15 minutes earlier just in case, but they're not running around frantic going, oh, what if there's traffic? What if there's traffic? What if there's traffic? Next, confident people aren't afraid to ask for help. Whew. For those of us that can be a little bit less than confident, asking for help can be absolutely terrifying. So we can take a page from that book of ask for help. It won't kill us, and we'll feel more confident after. Next, confident people are decisive. They make up their mind and they move forward. They're not wishy-washy. Confident people are assertive. So shoulders back, they know what they want and they're not afraid to speak it, put it into existence. Next, confident people recognize when they've made a mistake. Anybody else want to crawl into a ball in the corner when you screw up, whether it's a big screw up or a little screw up? I misspell something on a flyer and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst person in the world. I hope nobody saw it. Oh, so if you are confident, you can say, oops, I screwed up and move on. Next, they persevere. So confident people keep going. And then lastly, you can see a confident person. And what does that mean? A confident person appears confident. Their shoulders are back. When they walk into a room, they're not the timid little wallflower that sometimes I can be. They're strutting in there, welcoming, confident smile on their face, and they're looking confident when you check them out. So thank you so much for this, Ann. I greatly loved this lesson. Hopefully you guys got some value too. And thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great lesson, Ann. And thank you for the word. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Have a great Thursday out there. We'll see you tomorrow to close out the week. Bye, guys.